One jar of cream has the hydrating power of 5 jars of prestige cream, which has plump skin cells and visibly smooth wrinkles, while new Olay Retinol Power 4 provides visibly smoother, brighter skin. For dramatic skincare results, try Olay and complete your routine with the Olay Eye Collection. Brand power helping you buy better.
I killed this kid literally with a pistol.
I saved hundreds on my car insurance.
I only had a pistol. Pistols don't even do that much damage.
It was like that feeling when you go to Taco Mom at your favorite restaurant, and they're the best tasting tacos in the entire world. And just when you think it couldn't get any better, they bring you out another taco. Because they made an extra one.
15 minutes could save you 15% more on car insurance.
By the handful, the fistful, and the sheetful. That's the joy of bottomless steak fries at Red Robin. Basket after basketful.
Maybe that. I could die.
HVR discs. You either love it or you really love it.
Online dating? I know people meet that way, but where would I even begin?
Open laptop, go to OurTime.com, look for free. It's easy to take a look on Our Time, the fastest growing dating site for people over 50.
The "we can totally beat this level before mom gets home" moment. The "it looks so easy on the recipe" moment. The "it's not perfect, but it's ours" moment. In a way, all the moments you experience in your home are made possible by this one. So take a moment to shop Kidda Home Safety products today and protect a lifetime of moments ahead. Find Kidda Fire Safety products at the Home Depot.
Introducing in-garage delivery just in time for the holidays. Delivery from Key by Amazon when you connect your MyQ app or get the Universal Smart Garage Hub, now just $29.98.
KFC's new wings. I'm getting very, very hungry. Buffaloes, honey barbecue, Nashville hot. Not dreaming? Nope, not dreaming. That's a bunch of new Kentucky Fried Wings. Get them at KFC or delivered free.
Whether you need eyewear or contacts, ordering from Iconic is easy. That's because a lot goes into making your experience perfect.
Incoming order, sir.
Your order is double-checked, and saving money is easy.
Prescription and insurance verified, $220 saved.
Choose from over 2,300 styles and more than 60 brands. Get free shipping on all glasses, sunglasses, and contacts. Plus, 10% off your first purchase. Visit iconic.com today.
This voice remote just got even more powerful, so you can settle that bet without ever taking your eyes off the game.
How many do you want football teams?
What you do with that power? Well, it's totally up to you. Dish, tuned in to you.
Not much. How about you?
Are you answering my text in person?
I am, yeah.
LOL.
This is tech that helps you be there. The Nissan Altima, now offering the most tech-advanced engine in its class.
This tree creates magical moments at the push of a button. Made with craftsmanship you'll enjoy for years to come. Hand-strung lights that add a twinkle to your house. And premium photos that look stunning in life. Maybe.
Go get my phone and bring it back.
I'm mad. This nigger.
Hey, what's up? We going for a ride in the car? No, I had a question for you. Don't ever do that unless you have a car ride to offer. How about you're allowed to drink?
Turn those that fast.
And dog gear. Oh, is that right? You got something to do with this? I'll thank you not to check out my food here.
I was like, And it goes faster.
No, sir, Lord. Expect some
Ow. My buttons.
about 30 miles back. Headed this way.
I'm gonna see you till they said. We can't play with heaven. I'm ordered.
I told you what happened, okay? So just drop it. Okay, sure thing. Hey, look, we're almost in Colorado. What do you say we change?
Nuts. Ooh, yeah.
Straight hours. Hey, guys. Oh, big goal, son. All right. Well, see you later.
Why you can't have a television? What you like it? What you baby says? I don't know. You always say that you can't, but I say you can.
I was wondering when you were going to get up. How long have I been out? What are you trying to do for, bro?
Oh, wait.
What? Expected the Rocky Mountains to be a little rockier than this.
Hey, y'all! We're done getting boy. We're banging out the streets, nigga. We banging out the streets. We about to pull up with them niggas like some cheats. Hey, we gonna pull up on them niggas like some Cheetos. We gonna pull up on them niggas like some Ketos. Niggas like 40 and $6 Totito.
Now we don't have enough money to get to Aspen. We don't have enough money to get home. We don't have enough money to eat. We don't have enough money to sleep. It's not going to do us any good to sit here whining about it. We're in a hole. We're just going to have to dig ourselves out.
Okay, right. You're right. You're absolutely right, Blake.
Where are you going?
Home. I'm walking home.
Oh, well, pardon me, Mr. Perfect. I guess I forgot that you never ever make a mistake.
Got room for one more if you still want to go down. Where did you find that?
Some kid back in town traded the van for it straight up. I can get 70 miles to the gallon on this hog.
You know, Roy, just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself! You wanna go to Aspen? Oh yeah! Okay, let's go, buddy!
This kid's getting bad. Where do you get the water from? Oh, I forgot. I thought you had one from house. I'm sure.
I swallowed a big June bug.
Water.
I'm not really hungry. Oh, jeez, look at the butt on you. Yeah. He must work out.
He must.
Why don't we get busy with a little briefcase of air? If I know her as well as I think I do, she'll invite us right in for tea and strength.
Hey,
Where she lives.
nigga.
I don't know.
Booty girl. The girl. Nigga talking about a boy, gay.
You know, I don't really recall. It starts with an S. So swimmy, slippy, flappy, Swanson?
Here's on the briefcase. Look in the...
Oh yeah, it's right here. Samsonite. I was way off. I knew it started with an S though. I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd. She must be enlisted. Great. So what are we supposed to do now?
I can't feel my fingers anymore, Lloyd. They're numb.
Maybe you should wear these extra gloves. My hands are starting to get sweaty.
Extra gloves? You've had this pair of extra gloves this whole time?
Yeah.
We're in the Rockies.
I'm going to kill you. What? I'm going to kill you! I'm going to kill you, Lloyd! Calm down right now! I'm going to kill you!
Harry, you got that crazy look in your eye?
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. Stop! Don't do anything foolish, Harry! What? Foolish? I said it's foolish! I'm going to toss this damn curse right into that damn pond! You're going to do it! No!
Harry! Your hands are freezing!
Okay, here's the plan. We blow $2, small arms from the briefcase, and we find ourselves some reasonable lodgings.
Oh, snap going
Keep track of all the money we spend, but I don't use. Right down to the last penny. Whatever we blow, we pay back. That's what we're good for. We're exempt from it.
This is the Hotel Danbury Presidential Suite, gentlemen. Normally reserved for royalty, visiting dignitaries, illustrious stars of stage and screen. We have shortly coming the Emperor and Empress of Japan. And of course, Princess Charles and I, when they were together, used to frequent the hotel. Well, take it!
Black Friday deals start now at Lumber Liquidators Floor. This week, save 10 to 25% on select waterproof vinyl floors. Or at premium Bellwood hardware, starting at $299 plus special financing. These are floors, homes, and rentals. Only at Lumber Liquidators. My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my blood sugar and A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin. And Trulicity activates my body to release it, like it's supposed to.
Trulicity is for people with type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin. I take it once a week. It starts acting in my body from the first dose.
Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you and your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, or severe stomach pain. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, belly pain, and decreased appetite, which lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
Why do I ride? Is it my thrill? The balance and spin? Only the ride can teach me.
This is the Nest Hub Map from Google. It can make video calls, play music, stream live shows, blah, blah, blah. Check this out. It lets you stop and start things with your hand. So you can be like, kids are fighting. Now they're grounded. Ross is calling. It's a butt dial. Was that the baby? Nope, just the cat. Need to change into sweatpants. Super comfy. I can keep going. I got a million of these. How long is this commercial?
New Crest gum and sensitivity.
And then I jump on the trampoline.
Brain freeze. No, it's my teeth.
Your teeth hurt?
Just sensitivity. I should see my dentist. My teeth have been really sensitive lately.
Well, 80% of sensitivity starts at the gum line. So treat sensitivity at the source.
New Crest gum and sensitivity starts treating sensitivity immediately at the gum line for relief within days and wraps your teeth in sensitivity protection.
No, it's brain freeze.
New gum and sensitivity from Crest.
Why do wrinkles happen at the worst times? With new Bounce Rapid Touch-Up Spray, you just spray, smooth, and you're fresh and ready to go wherever you are. New Bounce Rapid Touch-Up Spray. Bounce out wrinkles anywhere.
And now, for their service to the community, we present Lilo Weasel and Love with 15 to the city.
It's an honor to tell you that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. And now, we need to get back to work. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm coming.
It shows up at the end of the year. Coffee made seasonal flavors.
It really makes the season.
Peppermint mocha.
It's related to nature.
Pumpkin spice. This is gonna be a while.
Yeah. Try Coffee Mate's seasonal flavors. Coffee's perfect holiday mix.
What?
Foundation for labor in Europe. Fit skin tone and texture. Blur spores, stop shine. 97% of women found their fit. Fit Me Matte and Joyous.
I remember putting on a brave face to hide my symptoms of depression.
Come on.
I was on an antidepressant.
Case of your
But I
toes.
still had depression
Yeah.
symptoms.
Huh? You want me to bring it to you? I'll bring it to you.
Hiding how I really felt. Something had to change. So I talked to my doctor for real. No more saying, oh, I'm fine. This time I spoke up about living behind the mask. And he told me about Rexulti. He said that Rexulti, when added to an antidepressant, has been proven to help reduce symptoms of depression without giving up the progress I may have made on my antidepressant.
Rexulti is not for everyone. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior, worsening depression, or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in those 24 and younger. Elderly dementia patients taking Rexulti have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have high fever, stiff muscles, and confusion to address a possible life-threatening condition, or if you have uncontrollable muscle movements, as these may be permanent. Rexulti has been shown to increase blood sugar in some people. Other risks are increased cholesterol, weight gain, urges or compulsive behaviors, decreased red blood cells, which can be serious, dizziness on standing, seizures, trouble swallowing, impaired judgment or motor skills.
It was time to make a change.
The making's good.
That's why I asked my doctor about adding Rexulti.
Feel better
I
about
just
facing
now
the
taste
world.
it.
Pay $0 for your
Is it
first
good, Mom?
Rexulti prescription. Details at Rexulti.com.
The bacon is good though.
Give us a show.
got water.
You got water? Jay Sean, apple juice, Coke, or milk?
Coke. I think Coke in the breakfast. I mean, a lot of people.
You said who drinks milk with breakfast?
I said, who drinks milk with breakfast? Everybody. Except for me. I don't like it.
It's Mary. Who? Mary with the briefcase? Very one.
Bacon straight. Eggs straight. Eggs good.
Past annual annual meeting of.
You better eat it before it gets cold. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
There's some.
The big one. International Preservation Society of Mile. It's been Cinderella. We gotta get you ready for the ball.
Eat your food.
Nigga, that's what I'm doing. Well, mind your business.
Chill out with that shit, dude. You're doing too much.
Next time you need to food like your mom said before it gets cold.
That's what I'm doing.
Huh?
That's what I'm doing.
Alright.
Hey.
You need that juice?
Yeah. Put some water in it.
Milk. Alright, that's milk.
That's nasty. He has to wear that. That's really gay. He had on.
Oh, the rest of it. What time is it? What time is it?
10:30.
What time?
10:30.
10:30? I'd rather have it get up early. I sleep much better. I fucking.
You maybe you slept for about 4 hours.
What?
When you came in there, so
no, I got up at 7:30.
It was 7:30 when we went in there.
7:30 when I woke up this morning. I'm used to getting up for work 6 days, you see what I'm saying? So I don't sleep so fucking long, 7, 8 hours. And if I go to bed early, all that time I sleep, let's say 6 to 8 o'clock. I get up at 5 or 4 sometimes when I go to bed that early. I'm on 4 o'clock.
I slept straight up before he got in on that couch. I was like, knocked already. Because it was so quiet. It was like nobody was there.
This is a $100 plate dinner.
I spilled stuff on my underwear.
All the other bacon I didn't cook was on the dirt instead of. All the other bacon I didn't cook was on the dirt.
Why you didn't cut mine longer?
I don't know. I don't like it real hard.
That white part.
Is yours good though? Is yours straight?
Preservation Society is the world's foremost defender.
I'm about to eat the way you eat. I said I'm gonna cook them up for long.
It's a tremendous honor that we're able to bring Mr. Swanson forward to introduce us to the 24th, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I
give you
soda on my jaw.
Man, fuck is wrong with you?
I
Get your shit right.
feel soda on my jaw.
You're hiding for it, right?
In my vagina.
That's why you should eat. Stop playing the game.
That's what I'm doing. I was drinking my soda. And
Well, like Mom said, don't play the game.
I'm not playing the game, dummy. I died. Who plays the game when they die? That would be dumb. That's the whole question. And I ain't wearing these, because I'm wearing these for school. Just I want to go play the basketball court. After I eat.
It's freezing outside.
Yeah.
I get some ketchup on my eggs. Never mind, because you put pepper in it. I'm like, probably sweet. I'm eating bacon, not bacon good.
Why don't you go over and introduce yourself? That way, you can bring the else who wants to brag about themselves later. Tell we're rich and good looking and have a great history. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna hang by the bar.
I put skin I want.
Put out
I don't even have it.
Okay.
That's his plan. What?
Nice set of hooters you got there.
No, wait, what?
I beg your pardon?
The owls, they're beautiful.
Yeah. Are you a bird lover?
Me? Oh, no. Well, I used to have spare skins, but now my main area of expertise is canine dogs to the lake.
You ain't eat that?
Thanks.
That one is not good.
You ain't eat none of it? What's not
I
done?
love dogs too.
What did your other two pieces work? Yeah, I know all about this. I just didn't eat it. I should have cooked it longer, but
Any unusual breathing?
No, it's mostly just
well,
dogs.
good, huh?
I think uncooked pork is like not cool. You know what I mean? When you think about it.
I need ketchup on my eggs.
The real reason I came over here was to, I gotta introduce you to a buddy of mine.
Dang!
The napkins are right here.
Well, actually, we haven't been properly introduced. My name is Mary Swanson.
Hi, Gary Dunn.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Mom,
Gary Dunn.
you know I got no room with it.
Well, as I mean, I was hoping I'd get a chance to meet you.
You were? Really?
Get out, put them couple pieces of bacon back in the camera. That's what I'm doing. Good.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to leave Trishawn if he wants. Trishawn, is that bacon sauce for her?
Yeah, all my
I'm gonna recook the bacon.
Mary is looking for someone to get the slope.
Shoot the what?
Helen, you're embarrassing me. Well, you are. I mean, after all, the snow's going to be gone in a couple of weeks. Well, this may be your last chance. Poor thing, she never gets a chance to get out.
Well, I don't know. See, my friend...
Oh, forget about your friends one day. I think you kids will have a wonderful time. What do you say?
Well, you know, I don't know. The thing's part of... Sure, that's right. Relax. You're golden. I got you a date with her tomorrow. What? I can't do this. I love you, man. Oh, okay. You're kissing me.
This is hot sauce.
This calls for a little bit of company. You're gonna be my best man.
I'm just playing.
You have just earned yourself a
This is ketchup. I'm like,
We already left Texas. Boy, this party really died.
Introducing the Elf on the Shelf menu at Ion. The Jolly Cakes topped with shimmery elf sprinkles. Oh, what funnel cakes with powdered sugar. And kids eat free every day from 4 to 10 p.m. Try the Elf on the Shelf menu only at Ion.
Wake up. Genera sweetened, always delicious. Simple. Some alarm clocks are just better than others. The best things in life are made simply.
A lot of the clothes you normally take to the cleaners aren't dirty. They just need a quick refresh. Try new Febreze Clothing Quick Dry Mist. Odors and refreshes lightly worn clothing.
I'm your curious cat, and you know what they say about curiosity. Hey, you're in your house. So get all state, and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
When I grow up, I want to be Santa. You can't be Santa. You're a girl. Santa Claus is coming down. Happy holidays! Where's your beard, Santa?
I think you made this up. Made these big bottles and fucking cups. Oh, you ain't gonna make it yet, you know? Got one piece here.
Tis the season for all things ultimate. The ultimate cheesy garlic bread collection.
I'm talking about the bacon in there.
Ultimate steak, ultimate meatball marinara,
Bacon in the bowl in there.
ultimate spicy Italian. Try it today, only at Subway.
It's not the holidays until you find the perfect tree. Lowe's has our widest selection ever with all the trims. Save $100 on a cheaper tree with artificial Christmas tree. Do it less for less. Start with Lowe's.
When I get Hilton.com, I get the
Christmas is 29 days away.
And the price match guarantee. So it's also there is.
So you might as well get a Christmas tree.
Soon, I know that.
No, I'm serious, look here now.
No, it's 29 days.
Hilton.com and get the Hilton price match guarantee.
We're 30 days in a week. That's a month. 30 days in a month. Or 31. October is 31. That's right. 31 is a month and a half. That is a month.
And $750 TFS APR cash. Buy now. Shelves are full at Miller Toyota. Sudley Road next to Prince William Hospital in Manhattan.
I know how far Christmas is. It's 1 month away and 25 days away. 1 month and 25 days. But when a month goes over, it's going to be December. And it's December on the 5th. That's Christmas. But Christmas Eve is the 24th. So Christmas Eve is 1 month and 24 days. 1 month, 24.
Lash Paradise Mascara from L'Oreal Paris. The luxury quality. Intense lip.
So, hey, I'm gonna miss. You're gonna ride like a tennis. Just shining it up like balloons. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna propel up a hoe. I'm gonna shoot a nigga hoe. I'll be my everything. I got that paper on my pocket. I got that full con. I got that not mama. Like
So go ahead and enjoy your latte. You don't have to find a hot spot. You are the hot spot. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Before I go, I'm gonna go like this. And yeah, it's your turn to
bring this.
Video is already Uh-oh, no Wi-Fi at your in-law's house. It's switching time. And now, it's Netflix. Watch Netflix offline. Switch to Chromebook.
cheese and pepperoni on little pieces cooked like pizza. I can't see the crispy crust.
There it is. Get a Little Caesars large thick-crust pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all with the nation's best price at just $6.49.
The stars of Impractical Jokers have a new show on CBS.
Mom finally stopped breastfeeding Hilda at the age of 9.
Oh, moms in our 50s, that milk kids have to have turned by now.
The stars of Impractical Jokers join host Camila Jamil in the Mystery Index. All new, Tuesdays at 10:30 on CBS and the app.
Hey, maybe it was a coincidence. Hey, maybe it was a coincidence.
There's a message, Joe. Pure and simple. And we killed the bird. Now we killed one of ours.
How can anybody whack a bird with a club?
These guys aren't just anybody. They're good.
Beautiful outfits.
Hey, how you doing? You're a little early. We're gonna open about 45 minutes.
I'm meeting someone. Mind if I wait at the bar?
Got it.
It's a beautiful day, huh, Harry?
Yes, yes, I've had a wonderful time.
God, it feels so good here.
It is colder in here. I think it's because that
I haven't been outside that much in the last
window. You good?
Yeah.
There's been some cleaning times. But I don't have to worry about it.
Thanks. Oh, look, Frost.
Harry? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I gotta do this all the time. Hi there. Stay kid. You wouldn't happen to have a cup of warm water, would you?
Excuse me. Is it 10 a.m. yet? It's 1. That's what I have too. I thought he was fast. She's running late, huh? Just a couple of hours. You know girls. They're excited about something. Everything has to be perfect. This one's on me.
Seven, please. Hello.
Bad day, huh? Me too. Of course, everything's been bad since I broke up with
You
my
want to check that bacon for me, please? Can you? Or I'll get it if you don't want to do it. I get it.
My God, you poor guy, does it hurt?
I'm fine. I shaved the feet for you.
So let me help you. Yes, it'll only hurt for a moment. Come on, ready?
That would be great. Is that bacon camera? They sound like you can board that bacon for a second.
I'm bored.
Boy, it's fucking Christmas salad. We got fucking Christmas salad, dog. Thanksgiving.
I said to myself, run back. Run to your left before this man kills you both. Then do you know what Clutch did?
And I don't care.
He came home one night dead drunk and decided he was going to fix this thing. Couldn't believe him. Anyway, let's talk about this. Come in here.
Yeah.
I just pulled it out and give her 2 more minutes.
Hey, boss. Yeah. Comes in here all the time.
You want some more bacon, son?
She has dinner.
I'm freaking full and I'm ready. I'm bored. Let's go.
Ready to go where? Home? To where no cable?
Where she lives?
No.
Yeah, her family's just a big place.
Why don't you go home?
Top Drive?
I'm bored. What am I supposed to do here?
Bacon hot as shit.
You see that real quick.
Straight hot.
I've got to tell you, today is just what I needed.
Oh, really? It was my pleasure, man.
So you'll pick me up tonight at 7:45?
Well, no, I got a few things to take care of first, but why don't we make it 7:45? Okay, 7:45.
Doesn't make any sense, dude. She told me 10 o'clock sharp. Are you sure you want to back off? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Bobby gone.
Maybe she just had a change of heart.
Oh, that pisses me off. That pisses me right off. I hate when women do that, you know? She wanted to see you again. She told me that. And now, no? Now, wait a minute. Wait. She must have meant 10 o'clock at night.
Do you think?
Why would she have you meet her in a bar at 10 in the morning? I just figured she was a raging alcoholic. And all this time I've been going through such pain and personal anguish. Such hell for nothing. Oh my goodness. Oh
I'm bored.
Well, listen, looks like you got your night planned, so I'm just gonna head out and catch a flick. Okay.
It's cold out here.
I will be basketball court. I guess I'm gonna just be bored. It's not everywhere.
Buddy, old pal. Will you join me in a good luck toast before you head out? Well, sure thing. Whatever you think will help your chances. You know why I like you? Because you're a regular guy. Yep. That's why I wanted to stay regular.
Just because it's cold don't mean nothing.
What happens for fast? That's okay.
I just want
Put your shoes on and go.
I'm not about to go by myself. What's the reason of going by myself? You want me to get kidnapped?
Don't nobody else wants out in the cold. That's you want to.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get kidnapped.
That means the house and everything inside of it is gone?
You're thinking about all the good times you
You know where you
No,
at?
I'm thinking about my teenage porn stash. It's still hidden in the
Thank
house.
you.
Mondays at
They
5:30 on
can
CBS.
get kidnapped. They don't even do that?
Good people spread the holiday spirit all year round. That's why you deserve better. At Aaron's, we approve good people other stores won't, so you can easily lease to own what you need. Aaron, easy, beautiful, affordable.
Hold up, good boy. Jay, sorry you didn't want a piece of bacon. Bacon's done.
The Farmer's Market, the perfect place to show Dunkin' is going plant-based with our great tasting Beyond Sausage Sandwich.
It tastes like a sausage.
Very surprised.
Do you want this bacon?
I cannot believe this is from Dunkin'.
Available nationwide, only at Dunkin'.
Take this in the kitchen, Jay Sean.
Assemble, and I chose the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. With unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy, why wouldn't I get this card? I redeemed $115,000 in cash back, which doubled our marketing budget last summer. What's in your wallet?
Jay Sean, where's the remote?
Remote.
Remote for this cable.
Hi, honey. We got in early.
Stupid. That's it.
Man, that don't turn the cable, dude. Don't get out of my face, man.
Fine.
Experience the power.
That's not it either.
The Lincoln Machine 6.
There's what one.
This is not about to change that.
No, I'm not. Watch out for this.
But this goes, I think that goes nowhere.
The remote. No, that's neither one of them, man. It's only your baby. I don't know from that.
Dude. I'm gonna tell you, okay. Watch me turn on my game. I know you're gonna do it. So that's not the rope. This is.
It's neither one of them is JJ's not man. That's fucking
Dude, why is it working then? Huh?
It don't turn the channel of the cable. Does it? No. Okay.
Well, this one's it, because like, literally I'm pushing the channel. And then the TV's blinking. See it, Ron?
That's for the TV, not for the cable box.
Well, the cable box is on this side, so you're gonna turn off my game if you find that remote. I don't even know where's that. First, y'all blind, and I know where's that.
I don't know.
Wait, the couch is so look.
I know she tried. She can't wait to things. I just wish she could feel better.
Told you, nigga.
That's cool, man. You know what? I'm just gonna check and make sure you have your weapons on the top of the computer. You don't have to step out of the car.
Listen.
It's defense.
Yeah.
How's that help?
Just listen. I told you, look behind. Look at me. Back.
Great column on Listen Bloomberg this week, just outlining that the one is in opposition to the other. The biggest thing going for the presidency is at the end of the day, is persuasive. That 10%, they're not watching this. They're not tuned in. I agree, these are very credible people. This was, in some ways, a vibrant, devastating. But people have already decided.
Jane, that's what Democrats have to meet. Yeah. That much higher bar. I thought for the first time the ambassador explained why we should be troubled by this. You know, the ambassadors.
Drug plans. I don't think I can go on enough.
You don't even know who your friends are.
At this point.
So unintentional. That's why we are all your friend, Alex.
And, yeah, I've lost it.
Rock substrates. They're arranging it.
Los papeles en la frontera.
Y en insistencia de Lupita Torrentera,
That's expanding a trade relationship and a plan to prevent the resurgence.
Is this basketball flat? Oh, perfect.
He already told me. That way I'll tell him and I'll be straight after that. Is he making the drop or what? Alright, so he is? Well, is he dropping it for you or are you giving it to him? You don't give out anything, you just...
Fuck.
car always has a...
tilt wheel. We're going to do all traditional, clean, black interior. You know, a few little custom touches on it. And this truck, car, whatever you want to call it, El Camino, is going to be gorgeous. So it's going to be a great vehicle for the end user. Better than new. Why I'm telling you about it now is because soon it's going to be done. And you are going to help me sell it. We going to sell this? We're going to sell it. We're going to sell it. We're going to flip this car. So I didn't want you to be surprised when I started saying, dude, I got a 75 El Camino for sale. Let me see if I can work on getting it sold before it's done. All right, yeah, start looking for a buyer now. Thank heaven Danny is going to sell a car today. It is getting harder and harder to rip these babies from him. Today is a good day. You know, I don't go through body shop too often. Yep. And maybe I should. No, it's good this way. It's good this way. You don't got too much to do. Yeah, you don't need to have everything. I got you. Thanks, man. All right. I'm here to see Mr. Las Vegas himself, Wayne Newton. He's got this insane car collection. He's been gathering all up in one place. Well, he's finally done it, and he's been gracious enough to invite me to his home Casa de Shenandoah. Check out his rides and a whole lot more he's got going on, man. This is going to be fun. Hey, sir, how are you? Hey, good to see you. Very good to see you. And here you have got a look. Nice woodwork. Look at that cabinet for that best.
What am I?
Yes, son. Get that figure. Okay.
Parents split up. All of a sudden they came Jehovah's Witnesses, and I found that odd because I never heard of it. She never said anything to me before about it, and neither did Michael or Joel. Then we hardly seen the family all together at the same time because the boys stayed with the dad. It was the family not being together that it just kind of started tumbling downhill.
In elementary school, the Stovall brothers, they were bullied quite a bit. They were pretty reclusive.
I just never seen them really interact a whole lot with others. And when they did, it was usually somebody was making fun of them or something, so.
I'm gonna watch the rest of the game. Alright.
I actually had an art class with Joel Stovall, and he just did what he needed to just go by as under the radar as he possibly could. I don't believe that Joel and Michael knew what their place was in the world at that point in time. I think they found that place in some darker clothing, like black trench coats, combat gear.
Oh, man,
I believe that the Stovall brothers dressed to identify themselves as this is who we are. That's when the true detachment from society happened.
Joel and Michael Stovall, they took on a more aggressive personality.
Growing up, they would go out in the forest and sort of reenact war scenes with each other and just obsess over death and weaponry.
There was a bow and arrow incident.
One shot the other one in the neck with an arrow. They joked about that. And I was like, oh, what happened to your neck? He was like, he shot me with an arrow.
that kind of put the brothers in the spotlight. Classmates would tease them, and I think the brothers felt really defensive.
And then it actually turned to the point where they were actually the bullies in school, where other students were afraid of them. And we would get reports of that they would be harassing people and making threats. And there was report of weapons, that they would be carrying knives and things like that. And I think they enjoyed that persona. They liked the image of being the tough guys.
In the high school, I remember hearing that they had set a fire and tried to get everybody out.
We did have to get evacuated. That was the first time I felt like for Joel and Michael, this was their way to say, we're going to disrupt the establishment. Joel and Michael were no longer those quiet guys in the back of the class. They became an ominous dark figure.
After high school, the Stovall brothers don't really have a purpose. They are struggling through a series of odd jobs, and they become more like their father. The Stovall brothers' father was sort of a paranoid personality.
He would go off on these tangents with these anti-government views. And I think, probably law enforcement, I think he viewed us as a negative factor. And I think he instilled that in his sons.
Their father was known for inventing a plastic handcuff key, which were universal in that they would work on any set of handcuffs. And he taught the brothers how to make their own handcuff keys. They're militaristic, they're extremists, they're stockpiling weapons, and everybody knows this.
There were many calls that I handled with them. There were times that I had gone into their room and actually seen their walls covered in Soldier of Fortune magazine posters and images.
They got involved, very involved, Joel and Michael did, in acquiring weapons. I know that one of the brothers routinely got very practical at using a .40 caliber handgun.
One or both of them were carrying concealed handguns on them 90% of the time. Their behavior on the street really amplified anti-government, anti-law enforcement.
By September of 2001, the Stovall twins were 24. And that's sort of when all hell broke loose.
They'd arrested the Stovall twins, and Jason was transporting both of them to the jail in his car.
While they were in the backseat of the car, the Stovall twins were able to use one of their plastic handcuff keys to get out of their restraints.
So Officer Schwartz looks in his rearview mirror and sees Michael Stovall undoing his handcuffs with a handcuff key. After he calls over the radio that one of the brothers is out of his cuffs, he pulls over.
What's your location? What's your location? What's your location?
And that's the last that anyone heard of Jason.
The Stovall brothers are just systematically shooting at anything that comes their way.
A total of 17 officers are shot at during this night of terror.
They're basically hunting us. It was our intent to stop them any way we could.
Nobody's gonna make me believe that they ran away from home.
They were working class and black. Why didn't this hit the news? It's the last place their mother saw them.
This could be the key to solving a 30-year mystery.
The disappearance of the Millwood twins, Saturday at 7 on Officers Inc.
When new Starbucks creamer meets your morning coffee, your favorite Starbucks flavors come to life. Smooth, bold, creamy. Inspired by the Starbucks caramel macchiato you love. Mornings just got better. This changes everything. New Starbucks creamer, now at home.
Bacon mac and cheese bites are the perfect comfort.
I needed some comfort, man. It's been a tough day.
What'd you do?
Wow, I only got 10 hours of sleep.
Oh, get them while they're hot. Bacon mac and cheese or chili cheese bites are $2.99.
Whether you dry, curl, or straighten, you can visibly repair 7 types of damage with Tresemme Repair and Protect 7 with biotin. Tresemme puts in the work, so you can work it.
I instantly raised my FICO score by 18 points. I was really excited to get 3 new card offers. Oh, the choices!
Boost your credit scores instantly with Experian Boost. Free only at Experian.com/boost.
Okay, girls, there's an elephant in our bathroom. Nobody talks about feminine hygiene. Summer's Eve says, give us 1 week of showers. pH-balanced freshness you'll never forget. Now, find your fresh with new Summer's Eve Fragrance Free.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing could make a morning like this any nicer. A hearty, hefty, good-tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat.
Have you found your skin's true match? True to you and your skin? When you can't tell where your foundation ends and your skin begins, that's a true match. L'Oreal's True Match blends seamlessly into skin for a true to you finish in 45 shades. It's perfect for me. Find your true match from L'Oreal Paris.
Want to see something amazing? Olay Body Wash visibly transforms your skin from dry and dull to strong and healthy in just 14 days. Better skin from a body wash? Better believe it. With Olay Body. If you have a child whose curiosity has no limits, give them Little Passports. Every month, a new Little Passports package is sent with their name on it, loaded with hands-on projects, puzzles, and activities. It's the perfect gift. Buy now at littlepassports.com. Must be 18 years or older to order.
We've got news for you. Fat is back, and sugar is out. Try new Love Good Fats keto-friendly snack bars. Ridiculously delicious, and only 2 grams of sugar, and loaded with good fats. Love Good Fats are available at these fine retailers.
Try Kate Hudson's Athletics and get your first 2 pairs of leggings for just $24. We wanted a little bit of everything. Something for working out, something for lounging. Of course, everything had to have pockets. And the value is crazy.
The herbs grown on Swiss mountaintops are turned into Ricola drops, which quickly calm your cough. So your life doesn't have to stop.
So Jason is taken the Stovall brothers to the sheriff's department to jail. He had no idea they had handguns in their pants.
Michael Stovall reaches into his waistband and pulls out a 9mm handgun and another handgun.
He was able to shoot Jason in the head. And that's when Jason wrecked his patrol car.
The Stovall brothers were able to get out of the car. They pulled Deputy Schwartz out of the car.
And they proceed to unload their weapons into the officer.
I called on duty that night and immediately got dispatched out. Dispatch said it was a possible vehicle in a ditch. And then the call updated to possible shots fired and possible patrol unit involved. I arrive on scene, and then I notice the patrol unit. One of the doors was open. First thing I see are dimples on the outside of the doors, which were bullet strikes from the inside of the car. I look in the car, I see blood, and Jason's spit bottles for his Copenhagen is the only thing in the front of that car that I could actually recognize. I find Jason
face down in the ditch about 15 feet in front of his car. I rolled Jason over, and then I saw the injuries. And this is the part that I don't talk about. He had a hole under his chin, and I noticed that all of his teeth were loose. After notifying dispatch, I started CPR on him, and I know it's not working. And then once fire rescue got there, they took over.
I arrive on scene, and it was a very tense situation. Officer Schwartz was unconscious, unresponsive. I then moved the patient into the ambulance, where I put an intubation tube into him. I'm quite certain that he is going to die.
At that point, I broke down. Everything had hit me at that point. First thing that popped in my head was that he just had a son 2 weeks prior. And that's the number one thing that hit me the hardest out there that night.
It obviously changed my life forever. In January 2001, Jason and I got married. And we found shortly afterwards that we were pregnant. I was at home with Jason Jr. when I heard that he had been shot. Jason was declared dead as soon as he arrived at the hospital. I wanted to see Jason, and they wouldn't let me. The nurse and the nuns kept telling me the last thing you want to do is to see him the way he is. I was pretty angry because I didn't believe them. I needed to see, I needed to know. I finally convinced them that they didn't have much of a choice. When I did actually see Jason, he was covered in a blanket, and there was a towel on his face, and the towel was red. It's bright red. I touched his arm and his chest, and they told me, "Don't touch him, Cheryl, he's evidence." That's not evidence, that's my husband.
After the Stovall brothers shoot Officer Schwartz, they go by foot to Florence, where they've got a mobile home stashed with weapons.
With the brutality that the Stovall twins showed Deputy Schwartz, they would have been capable of inflicting anything on anyone. At that point, I'm thinking, this was probably the worst night I was ever going to see in my career. I don't believe that anybody knew what they were capable of next.
We made USAA insurance for members like Katie, a former Army medic, made of the flexibility to handle whatever Monday has in store and tackle 4 things at once. So when her car got hit, she didn't worry. She simply filed a claim on her USAA app and said, "I've got this." USAA insurance is made the way Kate needs it. Easy. She can even take her payment plan, so it's easy on her budget and her life. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Unstoppable wash scent booster.
unstoppable.
Our Hillshire Farm craftsmen start their day slow roasting turkey for incredible flavor. Then they double seal every slice for freshness. The results? Well, they speak for themselves.
Right now, when you get a $5 WGD bonus, you can enter for a chance to win a Tackle Battle Xbox One X with an Little Series 2 controller.
How do you know all this?
I won last week.
If you like to put work in here or here, now you get cheap employee pricing as if you work here. So you pay what we pay on select models like Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever, or other deals on Jeep Gladiator, the most off-road capable mid-size pickup ever, and Jeep Wrangler, the most technologically advanced Wrangler ever. It's employee pricing plus at the Jeep Black Friday sales event.
With employee pricing plus for everyone, financing at $7,788 below MSRP on select 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee models in dealer stock.
Your favorite things are made for you. Your education should be too. University of Maryland Global Campus was founded more than 70 years ago to serve working adults and the military. Today, we continue that tradition by offering willing admissions and online and hybrid courses. No SAT or GRE is required. Start earning your degree today from a respected state university that's made for you. Apply now at umgc.edu.
I'm Andy Betterman of the law firm of Greenberg & Betterman. For over 30 years, my law firm has been helping personal injury victims in the D.C. metro area get the financial compensation they deserve. If you've been hurt in a car accident, been the victim of medical malpractice, or been denied Social Security disability benefits, please let us help you too. Call us at 301-589-2200 or visit us on the web at gblawyers.com. Greenberg & Betterman. Call us. Feel better.
That's the shoot from the door. The passive restraint. And you want the kids there to go home. The brothers are the devil incarnate.
After the Stovall brothers shoot Officer Schwartz, they go by foot to Florence. That's a pretty good 5-mile distance.
They have a park.
Trailer park.
And I played on it.
They've got a mobile home.
They got one of those spinny things.
With weapons.
That's fun.
We're talking
What?
AK-47 and SKS. They've got all sorts of handguns. They've got ballistic helmets. They've got bulletproof vests. They were arming themselves for a battle.
Jacket. Dang. He's not coming out. That was hard for his mom.
It's a Friday night.
How do you take it off?
Shut the fuck out. I'm sitting in my house with my wife, and we heard a lot of sirens going off. And in a small town, of course, you can hear them.
Oh, I'm sweating. Because as soon as the sticks went off, I feel like I'm wet.
Yeah, I needed
Because I'm
to
soaking wet.
figure out what was going on and grab my handheld
I'm
radio.
so wet.
And that's when I heard that it was a sheriff's deputy that had been shot brutally.
He starts to go out the door, and I told him, I said, look, none of that hero crap tonight. Just go direct traffic, stay out of the thick of things, come home.
I went to the police department and I was briefed on what had happened. We knew that it was twin brothers, Joel and Michael Stovall. They were on the run at this point.
The Stovall brothers have their weapons. They're fleeing from a homicide, and they need a getaway vehicle. So they go out right there in their trailer park and point a weapon at a neighbor who is just arriving. They commandeer his pickup truck, and they're in the process of loading that pickup truck and getting ready to get out of there